Imagine one moment, everything is normal. You're walking down the street, breathing the air, living your life. The next, nothing. No air to breathe, no fire to burn, no protection from the sun's deadly rays. What if, for just 5 seconds, Earth's oxygen vanished? The consequences would be instant, catastrophic, and they start now. The first and most terrifying effect would be on us. Our lungs would instantly be a vacuum. In just 5 seconds, most people would suffer catastrophic damage, if not outright death. But the chaos wouldn't stop there. Think about every engine, every car, every plane, every machine that relies on a spark and combustion. They would all die at the same moment. But here's the killer consequence that nobody considers: concrete. Oxygen is a crucial binding agent in concrete. Without it, the structural integrity of every building, every bridge, every road would be compromised. Not a full collapse, but enough stress to cause widespread cracking, leaving a dangerous, damaged world behind. And because the atmospheric pressure would be gone, your eardrums would rupture, causing instant universal deafness. The world would be thrown into a sudden, silent chaos. Our atmosphere is our armor, and the ozone layer, made of oxygen, is the most vital part of that shield. A 5-second disappearance of oxygen is enough to allow a blast of intense, unfiltered UV radiation to reach the Earth's surface. This would be a global, instantaneous sunburn. People would suffer third-degree burns, and countless animals and plants would be scorched. It would be like standing right next to the sun for just a moment, a flash of pure, searing heat. On a larger scale, our entire planet would feel the shock. The sheer lack of pressure would make things feel wrong. Trees, which rely on oxygen-based molecules for their structure, would suddenly be much less rigid and begin to slump. And without oxygen, there is no fire. Every flame, from a match to a forest fire, would be instantly extinguished. But when the oxygen returns, the heat from those extinguished fires would create a new wave of combustion, igniting thousands of new, even more unpredictable blazes across the globe. And then, just as suddenly as it vanished, the oxygen returns. But it's not a clean return. The world would be in shock. Damaged cars would struggle to restart. Planes would be in free fall. People, dazed and injured, would struggle to breathe in an atmosphere that is now full of ash and dust from the crumbling infrastructure. The silence of the void would be replaced by a cacophony of sirens, screams, and the groaning of a world that just took a 5-second punch to the face. The 5 seconds of chaos would leave behind a lifetime of consequences. The death toll would be catastrophic, not just from the initial event, but from the accidents and fires that followed. Infrastructure would be a patchwork of broken roads and dangerously compromised buildings. Transportation would be a nightmare. Our entire population would be a generation of people who can't hear. The global economy would grind to a halt, and humanity's trust in its own planet would be forever shattered. Could it happen? While a complete instantaneous disappearance of oxygen is scientifically impossible in any natural scenario, this thought experiment reveals something profound. It shows us how delicate and intertwined our world is. It reminds us that every single thing we take for granted, from the air we breathe to the buildings we live in, is held together by a fragile web of physics and chemistry. 5 seconds, that's all it would take to unravel the world as we know it. A momentary void of something we never think about. But that holds everything together. It's a humbling reminder that even in a world of complex problems, our very existence rests on a simple, invisible foundation. What do you think would be the most terrifying consequence? Let us know in the comments below.